All right, guys. Okay, so bear with me. I apologize. I reformatted my phone, so I'm just trying to get it back and going again. Um, I would have been live like 20 minutes ago, but fucking I ended up downloading the wrong fucking DU record, DU fucking recording app on my phone until I realized that the version that I was originally looking for, fucking wasn't the one that I was trying to download. So that's back up and running now. So I just want to get clarification that the stream is up and you guys can hear me fine and so on and so forth. So I'm just gonna get the chat up here, tweet it out. I know Sick Humor is live right now, so why am I not fucking surprised? I don't know how long he's been streaming for. And I wish I would have looked at that before I went live, but anyway, it doesn't really matter anyways because I'm actually doing this for an individual who has been bugging me now for a while in a good way to do two reviews for two games that I have played either recently and also one that I've played last year when it came out, and that being Days Gone, and the recent one being Civilization 6. And I promised this individual that I was going to do a review for these two games, and I didn't get around to doing it because I'm just fucking lazy. I've never really been one for liking to do reviews, but my buddy wanted me to do a quick 5-minute review for each of the two games, and I agreed to do it, and I'm going to do it tonight, even though I'm dead tired, because I haven't had that much sleep in the last couple of nights because of a water issue that a lot of you guys who have been in my chat the last couple of days are aware of, so on and so forth. So once I get confirmation that you guys can definitely hear me, then I'll get right into these reviews, knock them out, and then we'll pop over to something else. But like I said, more than likely, this is going to be a short one just because of the fact that Sick Humor is streaming. And you all know that I can't stand streaming when somebody else fucking is streaming too as well that shares the same audience as me. But whatever. I personally don't care because I want to get these reviews done. So apparently, okay, so he just went live fucking a little, like 20 minutes ago, so it doesn't matter now. I'm not going to stop this now, so, because I promised my friend that I was going to do it before I go to bed, and I want to go to fucking bed. So, yeah. Either way, fuck it doesn't really matter. Alright, so, like I said, just waiting to get confirmation that people can hear me in the chat. Let me just double check a couple things here to make sure that everything is good here. Alright, cool. Playback is max is 480p. That's exactly what I want. And we should be good to go. Okay. So let me pull up the chat here. Of course, the chat's gonna fucking crash on me, of course. Why am I not fucking surprised? I am not fucking surprised by that at all in the slightest. There we go. Alright. No, there's no crying in this video there, Super Nerd Man, but all I want you to do is give me confirmation that you can hear me fine. Because I reformatted my phone. I've been wanting to do it now for a little while, but fucking for obvious reasons. And so when I was at my neighbor's place, I was using the buddy's Wi-Fi that lives above them because I'm allowed to use it when I'm over there. And so I took advantage of reformatting my phone and getting all my apps back in place and so on and so forth. So it is what it is. So, Super Nerd, can you hear me? I just want to clarify to make sure you can hear me. And then after that, I'm just going to wait and see. Okay, you can hear me fine? Excellent, excellent, excellent. That's all I need to know. Now, before I get into these two reviews, I want to make sure that my buddy is in here. So as soon as he pops in, I'm definitely going to get into these reviews because, like I said, I promised him a long time ago I was going to do these. I never did. And today kind of, I kind of feel bad. You know what I mean? We kind of got into a little discussion about it, and I kind of felt bad. So I was like, you know what? Fine. He's like, here, just do a 5-minute review for both games. I'll accept that. You know what I mean? And I was like, all right, you know what, man? You've helped me out. You've done a lot for me over the years. Fuck it. It's the least I can do. So it is what it is. So once he pops in here, we'll be good to go. But in the meantime, though, I know that Sick Humor is fucking live. But as I said, I don't really care. This is the only time I will be going live with him because I want to get this out of the way so I can get my ass to bed because I'm fucking tired as shit. And so it is what it is. I was up late last night and I woke up at like fucking 11:30, so whatever. It's fine. But I promised him that I was going to do it tonight. I was trying to hold it off until tomorrow morning. But I did say that fucking Days Gone and Civilization 6, they're super nerds. The two games I'm going to be fucking doing a 5 minute quick review on. Because I promised my buddy that I was going to do that. Because, he likes my perspective on games. He likes my reviews and stuff like that. Because I'm not one for, holding back on certain things. So fucking yeah. And I did promise him at the time that when I got done with both games that I was going to review them, and I never did because I'm just fucking lazy. Because I prefer writing written reviews, but I don't know where to write them, and I don't have a proper keyboard, and I'm not using my controller to write a long review. So that's out. But if I had a laptop or something like that, then I would just, write a review on like a website or whatever the case may be, and just have them read it. I prefer writing it out because I can express a little bit more easier. You know what I mean? Like I break down like categories and shit. One thing that I will not be doing is I will not be talking about any form of spoilers or story wise because I do not do that in reviews because I tend to feel that I think a gamer has the right to play the game for themselves, regardless if they want to play it or not. I think that the story should be something that should be revealed to them from their perspective because they might see things differently or take the story from a different perspective or whatever. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, I don't do review scores. I don't do any type of grades or scores at the end of my reviews. I'm against that shit. I think numbers and grades tend to manipulate gamers into believing a game being bad or good. And to me, that is a bullshit way of doing it, in my humble opinion. So it is what it is. But like I said, Garuda, get your ass in here. You've been fucking wanting me to get this goddamn thing done. So I'm waiting for your bitch ass to get in here. So once Garuda gets in here, then I'm going to do these 2 reviews. And then I'll do a small little fucking chill zone. And then I'm out of here. So, because I want to go and I want to watch my episode of Star Trek Picard before I go to bed. And then sleep with nice little dreams tonight, man. That's my goal. And that's I'm sticking to it, man. So it is what it is. Now, it's been a while since I played Days Gone, so I had to go back and kind of refresh my mind on the characters like Deacon and Sarah and Boozer and shit like that, because it's been almost about a half a year since that game came out. So I kind of, kind of somewhat forgot. But, it's kind of interesting because for a game like Days Gone, which got a lot of praise, but at the same time got a lot of hate from a lot of people because the people found it to be an extremely boring open world zombie apocalypse type kind of game, even though they're not zombies. But and the game specifically explains that. But again, I'm not going to that's somewhat of a spoiler. Well, not really a spoiler because the game trailers itself that's been coming out for Days Gone prior to the launch fucking kind of already confirmed that. But it's also been an actual discussion amongst the community. If they are zombies, if they are, whatever you want to call it. But I can tell you one thing right now that they're not. They're smarter than them. But there's also an interesting aspect behind it as when you learn more about like what they are, what they're capable of doing, why they swarm in hordes, and why they run around in hordes, and why they all that crazy shit. It's kind of interesting when you actually placate it. But there's an underlying flaw when it comes to trying to piece everything together, not just from a story standpoint, but from the aspect of there's a lot of things that Sony bend. I think either they left it out deliberately because they want to make a sequel for it. The game found success, and believe it or not, I think it sold rather well, even though we never got any actual sale numbers at all, outside from it being successful in UK or being in the top 20 charts, that kind of shit. But at the same time, there's a lot of interesting aspects, though, especially when it comes to when you get like the secret endings and you actually start to understand a little bit more about this thing, and it leaves it wide open for a sequel. And I definitely want to see it go there because, despite my aspect of the only criticism that I have with the game, well, 2 criticisms that I have with the game the most, and that being, I know the frame rates and all that stuff, but that apparently I think has been ironed out. I haven't played it in any of the updates that came out prior to the game launch. Outside from a few little bug fixes here and there. So I'm not going to share any knowledge on that because I don't have any knowledge on like the extra modes they added in, like survival mode and horde mode and all that shit like that. So that's out of this fucking mini review. But to me, at the end of the day, I know I was said I was gonna wait for Garuda, man, but fucking, I'm on a roll right now, so I'm just gonna keep going with it. Uh, there's definitely a few, not so much plot holes, but things that are not full on explained as far as to what these creatures are and where, like, why they're doing what they're doing. When, like, it explains it, but it does it in such a way that you're still generally confused by the end of it. And then when you get to that secret ending, and you're like, holy fuck. And then you can realize, and you think about it from a psychological standpoint too as well, that there could very well potentially be a really, really good narrative story here. It's just placated by an overlong narrative game, way too long. And that's, some people might disagree with me and say that's not a bad thing, but for a game like this, I think it's just a tad bit on the long side. A tad bit on the long side. But nonetheless, though, I still thoroughly enjoyed going from beginning to end and meeting all the interesting characters. Boozer being your sidekick and the hellish bullshit that motherfucker goes through. And you know what I mean? So that you'll definitely learn to really love a lot of the side characters. Deacon himself as a whole isn't that bad of an actual protagonist. There are a couple antagonists. There's one dude that, I shit you not, looks exactly like fucking Nathan Drake, just from a fucking ghetto white version standpoint. And I was laughing my ass off when I first noticed him. And I thought that, he was, I'm like, yo, it's Nathan Drake, just gone ghetto. You know what I mean? But, I mean, I'm not trying to sound somewhat racist there, but it is what it is. But uh, despite all that, though, man. Now, from the gameplay aspect of Days Gone, from what I remember, the gameplay, it's a pretty decent size open world. It's not like a fucking Skyrim world at all or anything like crap like that. You got your motorcycle, which you have to repair if it takes too much damage, or you got to add fuel. You know what I mean? So there are a couple little survival elements out there. This was prior to that difficulty mode coming into play. You have your skill systems and shit like that, and like skills you can unlock that would actually improve a lot of things. Most of the actual skills I found to be somewhat pointless, but it depends on how you want to play. But one of the cool things that I will say, in the highlight that a lot of people like about this game, are the hordes. We all know when we first originally saw the E3 2016 footage for Days Gone that we all thought that was never going to be a thing. It's like, there's no way the PS4 is going to be able to run that and make it look like that. But for some odd reason, man, fucking a huge applause to Sony Bend for actually fucking achieving it. Maybe not to the extent of what we saw at E3, but close enough to the point where, like, you feel somewhat satisfied. And when you actually take out, like, hordes as a whole, and you manage to gun them all down when they're all chasing after you and stuff, it's kind of fucking feels like an actual, like, not only do you get, like, an exhilarating rush out of that, but it feels like you feel somewhat rewarded that you just took out a massive horde of these fucking creatures coming after you, man. It's actually kind of cool, man. The other actual creature types, man, you have like these little fucking like kid fucking, I forget what they called in the game. Somebody will have to fucking correct me in the chat what the hell they're called. It's been a while since I played it. But like, you have like your typical screamers. You have like these big fat guys, kind of like similar to bloaters too as well. You also have like these little fucking kid creatures that they don't really do anything to you at all. And I think they're fucking hilarious to kill, and I kind of feel bad for killing them, but I do it anyway just because I'm fucking stupid. But whatever, I don't care. It's a video game, people. It's not taken fucking serious, dude. But these kids, actually, what they do is fucking, I think they will attack you if you get too close to them, or if you aggravate them too much, or you start killing their kind. They'll start getting pissed off, and they'll start like coming after you, and they will fuck you up if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Another thing that was kind of a turnoff for me was the fact that, yeah, you can also go hunting in the game, but it's very light. I found myself not really giving a shit to do that. There are like, deers and bears and stuff like that in the game, but like I only really ever came across like 3 bears, and two of the encounters were through main story elements. The other one I just randomly came across, but I didn't even bother fucking shooting it. I just ran the opposite way, and that was it, and just called it a merry fucking day. Hunting deers I found to be fucking pointless. I think there's a skill you can get or something like that where like you could fucking do something with it or something like that. It's kind of a pointless fucking feature, but it's there nonetheless. It's there nonetheless. But I mean, if you're expecting to be able to go around on the map and like hunt different things to get like certain things unlocked, man, fucking no, you ain't getting that here. Maybe in the survival difficulty, maybe. I don't know. I don't know because, like I said, I don't have any knowledge of that. I just played the game on fucking on normal difficulty and just carried on my merry fucking day. Uh, Man, I'm starting to get pissed off that Garuda's not in here. He wanted me to do this shit, and he's not even in my fucking chat. Unless he's listening, I don't know, but whatever. He can watch the replay, though. He can watch the replay. As a whole, Days Gone is not a bad game. It's not a bad game. It's just hindered by performance issues at the time when I played it. It may not be like that anymore, so before anybody sits there and freaks out in my fucking chat or freaks out in the goddamn comment section, relax. I'm talking about at the prior time when I fucking played it. There were a lot of parts in the game where the frame rate fucking looked like dog shit. It really did. But, I mean, you are going to get your time out of the game. It's not a bad game. Like I said, the story is slightly on the long side. But at the same time, it takes you through this roller coaster where you kind of feel bad for this character and you're trying to find fucking Sarah. And then when you finally find her, and then she starts to break everything down as to what happened because, some bullshit happened in between all that. You get to that ending and it's just like, wow, this game is actually pretty fucking worth going through the entirety of it. A lot of people may not sit through it, and a lot of people may not like the concept of it. There's not a whole lot of originality going on in here. But for what Sony Bend did, for being there, more like for this generation outing, even though as much as I wanted to siphon filter the game, I walked away, thoroughly satisfied with the whole entire aspect of Days Gone. Would I recommend it to anybody? Yeah, I definitely would. Not if just from the fact that it's a Sony game, but if you're into open worlds and you're into the aspect of games that you like, if you want an open world survival type kind of game that has, you're a little bit late, but you're not that much late there, Garuda. You're about 60 minutes late. 60 minutes late. But what was I going to say? If you're into if you're looking for like a zombie apocalypse type kind of game, you will get that here. But just remember that they're not zombies. I forget what they're called, but fucking they're a rather fascinating species because to what Days Gone and what Sony Ben did here to achieve that to kind of make up their own type of creature that's looks like zombies, but they don't act and feel like zombies. You know what I mean? Because they don't eat human flesh. They will fucking kill you in a heartbeat if they catch up to you. But they really feed off of like fucking like animals and fruits and vegetables and shit and like fucking stuff that you would normally see like animals eat. You know what I mean? Like carnivores and herbivores eat and shit like that, which is kind of interesting. But as a whole, Days Gone, it's I wouldn't say it's a masterpiece by any stretch of the means. But again, at the end of the day, what Sony Ben achieved here, especially with like the horde coming after you, and as well as they made that part actually work out rather well, I'm overall impressed with Days Gone, and I would love to see a sequel, man, because that ending definitely left me wanting to know more about these creatures because there's something there that they can actually expand on the actual lore and the universe of Days Gone and go to other places too as well. Because remember, this thing is spreading all over the fucking place. You know what I mean? So it kind of leads up to a sequel, man. And I really hope to God Sony Ben, this game did well enough that it would warrant an actual sequel because I would fucking love to have one for PS5 for next generation, man. So definitely recommendation. If you're into survival apocalypse kind of, zombie type kind of games, man, you're definitely going to get an actual thriller there, especially when it comes to his characters. Some people, as I said before, you might find the story to be a little bit on the too long side, but it's worth going through it. It's worth going through it at the end of the day, man. It really is worth going through it. So that's pretty much basically my mini review for Days Gone. So let me move over to the other one that Garuda wants me to do, and that is for fucking Civilization fucking motherfucking 6, bro. Now, for those of you out there who don't know what Civilization is, you've been living under a fucking rock, and you should be ashamed of yourselves. Okay, that's kind of terrible thing to say, but fuck y'all, I don't care. Civilization 6 to me is probably, I don't want to say it's the granddaddy of fucking strategy or RTS games, but I would definitely say it's definitely up there with the top contenders fucking from back when it came out, way the fuck back when. But mind you, keep in mind, this was back when Sid Meier was actually involved with the Civilization games. I think he fucking stopped with this one, I think. But nonetheless, though, man, I forget what the actual company developers call it. It starts with an F. Sherrod, you have to help me out with that one. They still did an amazing job with Civilization 6. Me personally, I like 6 more than I do 4, but I don't like it as much as I did with, not 4, 5. Civ 5 definitely did a lot of things wrong and did a lot of things right, but it did more things wrong. Six actually fixed a lot of those problems that I had with fucking five, but it's nowhere near as good as six or four as far as I'm concerned. I hope I said that right. Four was the one that really got me into the franchise. I went back and I played three. The other two I didn't bother, but I went back and played three for a little bit when I got on GOG on PC. I borderline worship Civilization. It's a fun game, especially if you're into this type of genre. I mean, the only thing I'm bummed out about with Civilization 6 that kind of pissed me off is that my country is locked behind a paywall, aka the DLC pack, bundle pack that they released for console-wise. I'm pretty fucking annoyed by that. But one day I will own both those DLCs because, goddamn it, I want to play as fucking Canadians. Fuck y'all. Okay? I want to play as my country. Plus, I like some of the new features that they added in with the DLC, so that is going to happen one day down the road, and I'm really kind of looking forward to doing that because I can literally, there's one strategy RTS or 4X grand strategy games, as fucking Fatal Sherrod would actually correct me on, he's right about that, is always going to be Civilization. Civilization is always going to be that go-to game for me because the amount of infinite replayability you can have in this game, no matter what civilization you choose, it all depends. That map could be in your favor or that map could be not so much in your favor. You know what I mean? And it depends on how you have your game set up. Your games can last anywhere between a couple of hours to several fucking weeks to days to months, depending on how you have your game set up. And a lot of people tend to fucking play the game, at a normal pace. But there's a lot of people out there that prefer the longevity of it, playing on the slowest fucking, the slowest speed. Things take forever to build. The game just keeps going on and on and on and on. But people play Civilization that way. Why? It's because people that like Civilization fucking immerse themselves into becoming that civilization in and of itself. You know what I mean? It's all about outsmarting the opponent fucking while you sit there and you try to go for the things that it's going to benefit you, but at the same time benefit your civilization at a faster rate to get your other fucking, your civilization more fucking going than anybody else's at the end of the day. It's all about being smarter than the other person. Now, you can play multiplayer, you can play with teams, so on and so forth. That's the way I like to play online. But I'm not really amazingly good at Civilization right now. I'm still learning it. But from what I played at Civilization 6, man, I'm really glad to see that they actually fucking fixed a lot of the things that I hated in fucking Civ 5. But Civ 4 is always going to be like the definitive Civilization game for me, but I really like what they did with 6 here. Like I said, I'm just a little bit salty that I can't play as Canada because I need the actual, I forget what it's called, the Beyond Something DLC. And of course, 2K Games, those fucking cocky pricks, didn't want to actually release them individually. You gotta buy them as a bundle on the console side. PC, you can buy them individually, but on consoles, no. You gotta cough up $60 to buy both. Fucking assholes. But nonetheless, though, I will get my hands on that DLC in the foreseeable future, and I will do a follow-up, an actual follow-up update, when I get my hands on that DLC, man. But another thing, though, that I will say, though, that I really like about Civilization 6 is the fact that you really got to pay attention to your surroundings and what you have next to your first civilization. Let's see. I forget the way it was designed in 5 and the way that it was designed in 4, but this one here, you have to pay attention to what, when you send your scouts out, you have to pay attention to, okay, there's a mountain over here, so do I want to fucking, I'm right next to a river, which is going to be a beautiful thing, because that's when you want to start off your first civilization anyways. But on top of that, too, as well, is you got to think to yourself, shit, okay, there's a mountain to the north, so I can use that to put a university up there or certain things that require or that would actually benefit me, from the fact that it's next to a mountain or next to a monument or next to something, right? And you keep building and you keep building and you keep building. And you get to that fucking point where, you got so much faith. But at the same time, speaking of faith, though, I like the fact, too, as well, that in this game here, I think it was in the other ones, but I just don't remember because I didn't really play too much of that role. But you could play and beat the game or win, sorry, not beat the game, but win in different multiple ways, right? You got the religious fucking victory, you got the culture victory, you got the pretty much basically sending the man to the moon and shit like that and landing on the moon kind of victory. The space fucking race is what you want to call it, I guess. I think it's what they call it. And there's also another one, too. I can't remember what the last one is called. Sherrod, you'll have to fucking help me on that one. I can't remember for the life of me. But there's 4 ways to win. Oh yeah, total war, like total domination. Like if you want to like wipe out every civilization on the map, that's what it is. Thank you. That's what it is. Um, Depending on how you want to play. One game you might be thinking to yourself, hey, you know what, man? I'm going to try to see if I can go for the religious victory. Start spreading your religion. Call your religion X twats. I don't fucking care. But go around and start bringing up priests, sending them over to your other civilizations, sending them over to, open border. Make a deal to open borders with another goddamn civilization. Start spreading your fucking religion over there. You know what I mean? That kind of shit like that. Or going based on the fact that you just want to just be aggressive as fuck, build yourself a massive army, and then just wipe out people on the fucking map, man. You can do it that way too as well. And also, I mean, like diplomacy shit you can do in the game is fucking ridiculous too. Like I said, it's a deep fucking type kind of game, and you really got to think about every fucking move that you make. Because if you fuck up and you make a mistake on your first move or second move or third move, that move is going to hinder your fucking playtime the entire time. The entire time. So you have to really pay attention to what you're doing, man. You really got to pay attention to that. It's like, oh shit, do I need more food? Okay, well, let me go ahead and make sure that my workers are focusing more on food tiles. Or shit, oh man, I need more culture, or I need more this, or I need more that. You know what I mean? Or it's like, okay, do I want to build a gold mine over here so I can help production go faster? Or do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? But it seems like a lot of the time, the culture victory is the hardest. Yeah, that is. And I got that by sheer luck, man. I was playing against AI. And that's not fun. That was pretty rough. But yeah, like of course, you got culture victories too as well because that requires to have certain parts of the map depending on what map you're playing on. You want to make sure that you have as much people coming to your civilization than anybody else's in order to gain a lot more culture at the same time. Dude, it's ridiculous how fucking deep civilization can be when you really get hardcore into it. When you look at it from the surface, man, most people are going to sit there and call it dog shit. Everybody's going to look at that and say, why the fuck would I want to play this, man? What's the point of this? Like, how am I going to have fun with this, right? But then when you sit down and you really look at everything and you break everything down and you see just how fucking deep this game can be, that's where the game really starts to open up for a lot of people. And that's where the game really immerses you. Because you want to outsmart. Doesn't matter if you're playing against AI civilizations or if you're playing against actual real life opponents online. You want to be the person that wants to outsmart them. You want to keep an eye and look and see, okay, this guy clearly is going for a fucking space race. So what can I do to alleviate that? Well, I can go to war. I can start bombing a lot of his shit that he has trying to go to space. So that would slow his progress down. Or you can do a lot of different things depending on how you want to play. But you got to be fucking smart with every fucking move that you make. And like I said, two or three, not even two or three, I would say one or two moves that you fuck up on, dude, that's going to fuck you up in the whole entire game, and you're not going to get ahead of anybody. You're still going to be fucking far behind, man. Far behind. It's such a phenomenal game, dude. I love it, man. And it's one of those games, like, you have to be into thinking games, dude, because if you don't like thinking games, and let's be honest here, a lot of people can easily agree with me on this, most console gamers don't like games that do a lot of heavy thinking because they don't find it to be fun. You know what I mean? And Civilization does not fucking once hold your hand. If you've never played Civilization before, you might have a struggle getting into this game, but if you stick to it, I'm telling you, you will have a massive amount of fucking fun playing this shit, man. Offline or online. Civilization has always been that fucking phenomenal and great of a fucking goddamn franchise, man. And I beg people, don't sleep on this game. Try it out. Don't be scared. Try it out, man. I guarantee you, man, you will fucking realize that these types of fucking 4X strategy type kind of games are phenomenal and addictive as fuck. Addictive as fuck, man. Shit. See, the one thing about Civilization compared to Empire Earth, Empire Earth, you have to send workers to go chop down trees and farm fucking for gold and, you know what I mean, and harvest food and shit like that, right? In Civilization, well, you have that, but it plays more of a behind the scenes fucking role. You know what I mean? Because you don't actually see workers on the map unless you like, well, you do see workers on the map, but not to that extent of what you see in Empire Earth. Empire Earth, I would say, is more of a, there's a lot of similarities, man, but I would say that Empire Earth is slightly a little bit more in depth than what Civilization is, but Civilization has a little bit more deeper context behind what the fuck you're doing. But as a whole, If you want a really, really great strategy game to play, and you really want to get into why people like on the PC side love these types of games, start with Civilization. If you're only on consoles, start with Civilization, and you'll begin to understand why Civilization is such a fucking phenomenal franchise, dude. Phenomenal franchise. But god damn it, why did you have to lock my country behind a fucking paywall, son of a bitch? But overall, I recommend Civilization. Doesn't matter if you like strategy games or RTS games or 4X games, doesn't matter. Basically, games that only PC gamers play. Try it out, man. You never know. That game might just click with your brain and you might just get addicted to it. You play it once, you think it was shit, and then you'll start to think about it. And you start to think about it more and more and more. And next thing you know, you have like fucking 400 hours invested into it. I shit you not. Trust me, you don't want to know how many hours I had in Empire Earth 2 and fucking Age of Empires 2. Trust me. Back in the day. But as a whole, both games recommended. Days Gone is a great game in its own right. It's not a masterpiece per se, but it's good enough for what Sony Ben did. Civilization 6, hands down my all-time favorite fucking franchise as far as the 4X category goes. But 6, though, man, really actually impressed me quite a bit. I can't wait to get my hands on the DLC, and I'm looking forward to fucking seeing what actually they're planning on doing. And the fact that we finally got Civilization on consoles now, thank you, 2K Games. You can go fuck yourself, though, for fucking having me wait fucking a goddamn long-ass time. But still, thank you nonetheless. But as a whole, check it out, man. You'll definitely like it, man. But there you go. That fucking concludes my review for both games. I hope to God, Garuda, that was enough information for you to be satisfied, dude. And I apologize that it took so fucking long for me to actually get a review. It's not that I don't want to do the review, it's just I hate the editing process. That's what I hate. I hate having to gather up fucking footage, putting it together, doing the voiceover for it, dude. This here, like doing a mini review like this, man, I can do these all day long. Easily. Yo, I was playing a lot of shit back in the early 90s, dude, man. Fucking the original Warcraft games before fucking Warcraft went to shit with Reforged. Fucking, how can you fuck up like that, Blizzard? How? How is that humanly possible? To downgrade a game that already is downgraded? Like, what the fuck? Like, how is that possible? Blizzard, explain to me. How can you fuck that up? Your most iconic fucking franchise in the world, next to fucking Diablo, and your most beloved fucking entry in that series, you fuck it up with the goddamn Reforged. Blizzard, you are fucking mentally deranged, man. Alright, so as long as you're satisfied with the Garuda, man, then there you go. You're welcome, buddy. And I'm sorry for taking so long, dude. Sorry for taking so long. Oh, believe me, I did that plenty of times, but I still had time. See, that's the thing, right? Here's the fucking thing. You know, I like how a lot of people sit there and bitch and complain about, oh man, I don't have time to play video games nowadays. Bullshit. You wanna know why? Because let me tell you what my schedule was like when I was growing up as a kid, okay? Every morning, Monday to Friday, I had to go to school from 9 o'clock in the morning until fucking 4 in the afternoon. Goddamn, I hate Catholic schools. But nonetheless, though, I would come home. I would do my homework. I would have supper. Well, supper first, then do my homework. Go outside for about an hour or two, play some fucking road hockey or just chill with my friends, you know, that kind of shit like that. But I would still always made fucking time to put at least about 2 to 3 hours of gaming in my fucking daily schedule. Every fucking day, man, when I was a kid. So those motherfuckers that are sitting there saying that, oh, man, I don't have time to play games, man. I work like 8 hours a day, bro. Motherfucker, I was in school for 8 hours a fucking day. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear fucking shit, man. Oh, man, I'm so exhausted. Motherfucker, man, school. School was fucking exhausted. You're stuck in the same class every day. Every day. And what makes it even worse is that I had to learn fucking French in grade school, motherfucker. Yeah. So why is it, okay, explain the fuck to me, why is it that I had no problem still going to school, being active with friends, doing fucking daily activities, and still putting in time for video games? Fuck out of here, dude. Fuck off. All right? I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear your petty shit. Okay? It is chilly tonight. My balls are fucking frozen solid right now, dude. My nipples are fucking hard as ice. Thank you, Garuda. Thank you. Thank you. Now, if this is how you want me to do reviews going forward, Garuda, man, consider it done every time. Every time. Because this, it's just more easier for me. Because I'd rather fucking just speak what I have to say and not, like, play it out like a fucking script, man. Because I have to fucking watch my footage. You know what I mean? Man, I make time. There's times where I don't even play shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you guys would be surprised, man. I'm not, like, I don't play games. Like, okay, well, lately I have, but there's a lot of times where I don't play games for, like, a week and a half. I just sit here, I browse the internet on fucking on Shitbox, and I watch YouTube vids. I'm not playing anything. Because I'm either not in the mood, or there's nothing that I want to play. Like, right now, I'm still playing The Hunter. I'm still going through the DLC content that I recently bought. You know what I mean? And that game is a game that fucking that it's to you guys is boring because I see you guys not giving a shit about my live streams. And that's fine. No disrespect there. I can appreciate that. No worries about there. But at the same time, it's a game that I can relax to. I don't need to think or I don't need a game that fucking needs to hold my hand. I can sit there and just walk around in an open world map and kill motherfucking animals. That's it. You're more than welcome, Garuda. You're more than welcome, man. Like I said, as long as you're satisfied, bro, that's all I care about, man. Because like I said, fucking, I promised you that I was gonna do this tonight. The only reason why I wanted to wait till the morning, dude, man, and truth be told is because I haven't been sleeping that much the last couple of days because I had a water problem. You haven't been to my chat in a few days there, Garuda, so this is why you don't know about this. Fucking, and anybody can tell you exactly what went down fucking since Wednesday. I had a water pipe fucking that was leaking water on Thursday. I had to stay up all night that night because I was fucking scared that the goddamn jackasses above me were gonna flush some more fucking baby wipes down the toilet. But thank God they didn't. So I got very minimal sleep on Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday, I was up till fucking 4:30 in the morning. Fucking yesterday, because we did the whole entire roundtable shit and whatever the case may be. And then I fucking stayed up for about another hour to watch fucking something on Netflix and I crashed, went to bed afterwards. Fucking so that's what I mean. That's why I'm saying like I'm just burnt out. And I haven't even smoked any weed. That's the thing. You know what I mean? I was just overly tired, that's all. But like I said, I did promise you that I was gonna do it today, so I wanted to get it done. You were right about that. And no problem, Gruder. Like I said, going forward, if that's how you want me to review games, consider it done. Consider it done. Because I like doing it this way. It's easier for me. I can speak my mind and fucking get everything all out there that I want to get without having to fucking make sure that I fit it into like a fucking like a 10-minute review. You know what I'm saying? So it just makes it easier for me, man. Yes, it is fixed. The plumber guy came over fucking Thursday afternoon, got it fixed. That's how I figured out what the problem was, because there was baby wipes that were blocking the pipe. Because jackasses upstairs were using baby wipes to fucking wipe their ass. And flushing that shit. You're not supposed to flush fucking baby wipes down the fucking toilet. The fuck? Like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, even fucking parents that raise babies, man, don't do that shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with motherfuckers, dude? But yes, but everything's good now. Fucking what transpired into a shit week fucking has turned into a miracle for me. And I'm very, very blessed right now. And I'm very, very happy, man. So thank fucking God that week is out of the way. Because that week was fucking rough, man. But the Hunter, Call of the Wild got me through it, man. That game kept me insane. Or not insane, so it kept me sane, dude. It kept me from fucking lashing out and fucking venting and doing fucking like angry shit because this weekend that just passed sucked ass. Monday to Friday was horse shit. You know what I mean? Like, but everything's good now. Right now, I haven't been happier in a while, man. Fucking, so thank you for that, man. Like, I'm so happy right now. Garuda, you're always gonna be my fucking friend. I don't know what the fuck you're saying that for. What, just because you and I don't talk every day? Man, come on, dude. Dude, there was a while that, like, look how long there was. Like, I took a long break from talking to Faye for, like, fucking almost, what, fucking 5 years. 5 years. Look at that. Her and I are talking like fucking, like, nothing ever happened. Like, nothing ever happened. It's just when I get into a game and I focus my brain into that world, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like to be disturbed. Not in any disrespect towards anybody in the chat, to not the Fae or anything else. I like to have my own me time. You know what I mean? And I tend to go into like my little me time a little too much, but I stay in there for far too long. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like, but I have to break myself out of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, no, I hear you, and I appreciate that, Garuda. I really do appreciate that, buddy. For 3 weeks, no, that's good. I'm glad that you're enjoying that game, Pug. Because see, at the end of the day, that's what matters to individual gamers. Whatever game that you fucking seek, that you see that you're thoroughly enjoying, so many people might not enjoy it at all. I mean, shit. Most people probably would never even touch the game like the Hunter Call of the Wild. Because we'll take one look at that and be like, man, you're just walking around, you're not doing shit. But they don't understand how hunting works. But at the same time, a lot of you guys have seen me play that shit, and a lot of you guys are like, hey, man, this game doesn't look that bad. I might have to try this out myself. You know what I mean? Shut up, Garuda. That's the way it is, man. Let me put the other picture up. There we go. Ah, shit. It's a good thing I reformatted my phone, man. I like to reformat my phone every couple of months, just because I don't have the luxury of upgrading my phone. You know what I mean? That's why I got the battery replaced. You guys, I showed you guys the picture of my battery when it looked like kind of fucking somewhat fat. Garuda, I'll have to show you that, dude. Because I keep the battery like in the box, because like just to like keep it there. But I had to get a new battery for my phone, or else my phone would have blew up. Because my fucking battery was pregnant. Like, legit, Garuda, my fucking battery was pregnant. It was swollen, as they say. So I had to get a new battery. But I do a reformat on my phone every couple of months to keep my phone healthy, man, because I don't have the money to buy a new one. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I have to keep it in like as good condition as I possibly can. Like, when I go out to places outside from like here to my neighbor's place, I don't bring my phone anywhere because in case I drop it. You know what I mean? I'll bring it on odd occasion. I'll bring it with me to the store so I can keep an eye on how much money I have left in my bank. But that's about it. That's it. That's it, man. To make sure I don't go over my budget. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. It is what it is, boss. It is what it is. But I'm glad that I do it that way because, just out of that gripping fear that, hey, I drop my phone or fucking my phone falls out of my pocket or, you know what I mean? You never know. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just want to make sure that I keep my phone in better condition as possible so that way I don't have the luxury of buying a new one. Because I can't afford it. I can't afford it, man. At least not right now, I can't. I know everybody's watching Sick Humor's podcast, and that's fine. But like I said, I promised Garuda that I was going to do these two reviews for him today, and I wanted to make sure that I lived up to that. So, so when I'm done with this show, fucking, I'll probably go another half hour, then I'll get out of here. I'm gonna watch my third episode of Star Trek Picard. Oh, by the way, for the record, if you guys have not watched this show, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're into Star Trek or not. I fucking swear to you guys, watch this shit. It's dark. It's fucking gritty. Dude, put it this way. If you've watched Star Trek before in the past, right? You know how in any Star Trek movie or the shows that you guys would watch, you never heard any swearing? You never heard any swearing at all, period, in any of the Star Trek franchises, fucking from Deep Space Nine to Voyager to the Next Generation, the original, to fucking Enterprise, none of that shit, right? Here comes fucking Star Trek Picard based on a Next Generation captain, right? Motherfucker, this blew my mind when I heard this, when I was watching. It wasn't in the first episode. And then I watched episode 2 last week, and I'm hearing fucking F-bombs be dropped. I'm like, wait, I had to rewind that like fucking twice to make sure I wasn't hearing shit. I'm like, wait a minute. Swearing in Star Trek, dark and gritty. This show is fucking amazing. This is what's missing in modern Star Trek. And the fact that it's back with one of the most beloved fucking captains of all time that ever fucking ran an Enterprise or a starship, motherfucker, count me the fuck in. And I'm so glad that I am, man, because that show is fucking incredible, man. Hell yeah. And I'm not even exaggerating on that point, man. Star Trek Picard is fucking mint, dude. Fucking mint, dude. So goddamn good. And it's been so fucking long. So long since Star Trek was actually fucking relevant. Actually fucking relevant, dude. And it's about fucking time, too. Because goddamn it, I miss my Star Trek, dude. I really fucking do. And the story, the plot that so far from what the first 2 episodes that I've watched is actually rather fucking genius, man. Fucking genius. Yeah. Typical flamingos. Yeah, but that's the thing though, Garuda, right? Is that you're not even expecting that in the actual fucking universe of Star Trek. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah, there were like maybe a couple little like asshole or shit here and there in like Star Trek First Contact or a Nemesis, but the word fuck? I mean, come on, dude. Yo, I'm telling you, man. Watch it, fucking Pug. I'm telling you. When the first season's over, binge that shit. You'll thank me later. It's fucking mint, bro. And it brings you along on this personal story for a captain that hasn't been part of Starfleet fucking command for so long. And to see like where like, you know, like his living style, what he's going through, his age is beating him down to the point where like this motherfucker finds out he has a goddamn brain tumor, man. Like this guy's slowly dying from a fucking brain tumor. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, that shit hit me so hard when I saw. I'm like, wait, Jean-Luc Picard is dying of a fucking tumor, bro. That's why I can't wait to see where this fucking goes, man. I can't fucking wait, dude. I can't. Man, I'm so excited to watch episode 3 tonight, dude. The only place to get a real review. I don't know about that, Garuda, but I appreciate those kind words nonetheless, though, man. Well, it's like I told you guys before, man. Like, if you leave something out, I mean, granted that I did a mini review, so there were a few things that I left out. But the thing of it is, if I was doing a full-fledged written review, fucking, if I had a keyboard or a laptop in front of me right now, dude, man, I'll be writing out reviews all the time because I like writing reviews out more easier because I can go into every fucking detail of the game itself and talk about why it's important. You remember the old saying that Sherlock Holmes used to say in like in the books and shit? The smallest fucking feature or the smallest things are always the biggest clues. You know, or something along the lines of that, right? Fucking the same fucking terminology applies for when it comes to when you're writing a review. If you're only talking about the game from its narrative perspective and you're talking about a couple of the gameplay aspects, but you leave a lot of those things out, that to me is an important ingredient that you should not leave out in your fucking review. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're writing a full-fledged review of a game, don't leave the small shit out. Because people want to know that. And I think that's vital. Do you have any time, how many ideas? Like, this is another reason why I don't fucking do reviews. There's been so many reviews that I've read back in the day that left out so much cool shit. Like, I've seen reviews that didn't even fucking compliment or talk about how good the music was. Music plays a part that keeps you immersed, that makes you feel something about whether it be a character theme song or whether it be an area theme song. You know what I mean?
Like when you go and you boot up fucking Zelda, right, for the very first time, Link to the Past for the very first time, in the moment that you leave that dungeon for the very first time, and you go outside and you're in the overworld and you hear that theme song, it's burned into your fucking brain for the rest of your life. You'll be humming that shit. Music in video games can connect with you. As weird as fucking as that may sound, but it does something to you in a weird, fucking, but really good kind of way. Really good kind of way. Battletoads, right? Did you guys listen to that song I uploaded from the official fucking soundtrack? The pork chop motherfucking goddamn theme song? If you listen to that, dude, I've been listening to that song every fucking day when I sleep at night. That song's on repeat on my phone. That's my go-to fucking sleep song. Why? Because not only is it epic, but on top of that too as well, I can visualize that fucking fight in my head. And that song fits that fucking fight so damn well. Like I'm telling you, man, like music can play a big part, man. You can have a game that story sucks dick and fucking gameplay is mediocre as shit. But if you have a fucking soundtrack to back that shit up, Dynasty Warriors is a prime example of that, right? Story isn't technically shit, but it's basically the same story every game because it tells you the whole entire, like, Three Kingdoms just from a more action-oriented standpoint, right? Gameplay is bland as fuck, but the soundtrack, though, is the fucking tits, bro. Go put on Dynasty Warriors 4. Go put on DW6. Put on DW7, or most importantly, DW8. And listen to that soundtrack and tell me those beats are not fucking the tit shits, man. Because you'd be fucking telling me a blatant fucking white lie if you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, music can speak to you in a game, dude. And that's the beauty of it, man. That's the fucking beauty of it, dude. She's gone to bed, dude. I talked to her right before I went live. She fucking went to bed. She was watching a movie, like some movie on Netflix, and then she fucking said, all right, I'm out of here, going to bed. I was like, all right, I'll talk to you tomorrow then. Persona. Persona 5 is a prime example of all three check marks off the board for me. Story, gameplay, soundtrack. Boom. Perfect. That to me, for me, because of what I like to see in the game, that is my definition of what a masterpiece is. All three of those boxes have to be check marked off. Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, right? Story is right? Gameplay, soundtrack, top notch. Top notch. That's the only thing Symphony of the Night has going for it in a better way. Even though Bloodstained Ritual of the Night holds fucking so many merits and such an iconic fucking feel to that game like Symphony of the Night does, and I'm so glad they took that route. Fucking, but Symphony of the Night, though, man, just slightly beats it out, man, with its story narrative. That's why I hold Castlevania Symphony of the Night to the highest fucking standard to a Castlevania game in existence, man. Dawn of Sorrow became fucking close second. Don't worry, like fucking the other Sorrow games too as well fucking were pretty close too, but Dawn of Sorrow was a close second, man, for me. Because it had that iconic soundtrack, the gameplay was immersive and addictive as fuck. The storyline itself, though, was just slightly lacking in a few areas, man. That's why Castlevania Symphony of the Night is my favorite game of all time. And it always will reign supreme as fucking my favorite game of all time. I'm in salts about Nidhogg rematch. I know, dude. One day we will get around to doing that rematch. Trust me, and it'll be a big thing, too. You can mark my words on that. You can mark my words on that. But like I said, at the end of the day, dude, like, that's why I am such a fucking, like, I love playing a lot of video games, dude, especially because you never know what music you're gonna fucking hear, right? Black Tiger? That game is an abomination of every fucking category. What music? What story? What gameplay? Nothing there. Fuck off. The game's garbage. Straight up trash. Worst game I ever fucking played in my life. It makes E.T. look good. At least E.T. can actually fucking plays, and actually when you do understand it, you can fucking beat that bitch. Black Tiger, it's just, fuck that fucking game, dude, okay? That's all I'm saying is fuck that game. But I'll play anything that gives me the opportunity to play it because at the end of the day, gameplay or a gameplay mechanic in that game could make me feel like I'm having fun with that game. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter if the story is shit. Doesn't matter if the gameplay is generic. Doesn't matter if the soundtrack is fucking. It's got a couple little theme songs here and there, right? But like, there could be something small as fuck in that game. Like, you'd be like, you know what? I'm having a lot of fun with this game. And I've given you prime examples before in the past, like fucking Dead the Red Retribution. That game, shit story. Fucking the AI is broken as fuck in that game. But you know what, though? You can take advantage of that, and that's where the fun fucking factor lies for me. You know what I'm saying? There's little mechanics in there that make that game really fun. And with the AI being dog shit, it makes it even more funner for me. I know fun isn't a word, but it makes it more fun for me. But at the end of the day, I don't care if the game is garbage to you guys, of course, because you guys think that you guys want this consistency flavor, right? And I can respect that. I can respect that. But to me, I look at games in a more deeper kind of way. Because you never know what's just brooding beneath that surface, man. Like, it's like, what the fuck were the devs thinking about here? Like this game, like, just feels in a fucking weird kind of way. But there's something about it that you just love about it, man. You know what I mean? Like Dynasty Warriors, right? Dynasty Warriors plays the same in every fucking game outside from the first game. And also with the spin-off ones. You know what I mean? I guess you want to count 9, but 9 still plays similar in a way as far as the gameplay goes. But Dynasty Warriors, man, like, here's the thing. Not only do you have a big-ass fucking roster of every character that plays vastly different to the next and does combos differently to the next, but you also got a metalish fucking Asian-sounding soundtrack that kicks you into overdrive and that pumps you the fuck up, man. So when you're out in the battlefield and you're just wailing and fucking just slicing, just mashing your fucking X or your square button, dude, your brain shuts down to the point where you don't even give a fuck about that because the music is making your fucking, you're tapping your feet to the tune inch and you're just having fucking fun. That's all you're doing. You're just having fucking fun. And that's what matters, man. That's what matters. That puts you in that mode. It's like, you know what, man? This is what video gaming is all about. It's all about, for me, where I want to shut my brain off, or I want to learn some shit, or I want to get better at a game. But at the same time, as long as the fact that you're having fun with that said game, no matter what game it is, good or bad, that's what ultimately matters, man. Because that's what video games are here to fucking do. They're not here to sit there and say, oh, hey, this game looks better than this game, or this game has a better story than this game, or look at the animations on this game. Fuck all that shit. That's modern. That's the modern thinking knowledge that fucking a lot of gamers have nowadays. Why do you think they sit there and they grasp for fucking AAA standards and shit, man? No. That's not what gaming should be about. Gaming is all about you as a person, individually wise, playing the shit that you want to play yourself. Doesn't matter if it's AAA, AA, budget, indie, doesn't fucking matter. As long as you're having fun with the shit, and you're enjoying it, good or bad, that to me at the end of the day is what makes you an actual awesome type kind of gamer, man. Going out there, finding shit, exploring on shit, trying something that you would never dream of ever playing. Because that's what I did. And look what happened to me. I'm playing shit that you motherfuckers would never dream of fucking playing. Why? Because you're, scared to give it a try? I mean, I understand preference, but why not give it a try? Because how do you know if something is not going to click with you if you've never actually picked up the controller to actually give it a shot? Oh, sure, you can go based on trailers or fucking screenshots or gameplay videos, but that's not the same type of fucking vibe. Because there might be something that trailer or that screenshot or that person's review or that fucking gameplay video you just watched is not showing you. Especially when it comes to people that stream. People are going to play each game differently. How many times have you watched a game stream, right? What's up, Ryan? How you doing, buddy? How many times have you watched a game stream, right? Where that you get aggravated because you know how to solve that puzzle, or you know that the guy forgot to pick up something that's shiny that you missed, or that person missed, right? Things like that. That's what makes gamers at the end of the day. It's not about who's winning the console race. It's not about who's winning this. How many units a game sells. This and that. All this bullshit is cover-ups, man. That's how I look at it and how I perceive it at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, like, just go out there and explore. There's such amazing shit just waiting out there. You just gotta fucking find it. You just gotta be willing to give it a shot, try it for yourself, and be like, well, holy shit, I wasn't expecting to actually like this game, but I kind of dig it. You know what I mean? That's what it was for me. Because I had the opportunity, man, to explore so many angles of gaming, man, and that molded me into the gamer that I am today. And I'm so glad that it did that, because I'm not I want to fucking get my fucking hands on so many games that have potential to be fantastic experiences from my perspective. And that's what I got. Growing up, man, I was able to play Commodore, PC, fucking Atari, SNES, NES, Genesis, the old school Master System. I had the luxury. No, and I didn't come from a rich fucking family. I was poor as fucking, I was a mid-class fucking family growing up, man. Mother's allowance and shit like that. That kind of garbage shit, right? But I got lucky. I got lucky with that stuff, man. But I took that path of wanting to be this gamer growing up that was never going to be afraid to try new shit. That wanted to go into the unknown and explore stuff, man. Because the moment you set standards, right, to yourself, that to me is death. And I'm not taking any shade at anybody in my chat or anybody that I know personally, because everyone has the ability to play what they want to play and how they want to play it. I'm telling you from my perspective that I look at that as death for me for gaming. Because if I had to sit there and wait for the next big IP to come out from Sony or the next big IP to come out from EA, motherfucker, man, gaming must be so fucking boring for you. What are you playing? While you're sitting there waiting for that, you're giving yourself your own personal drought. Not an actual real drought that's affecting all gamers. You're giving yourself a personal drought. You know what I did when everybody complained about the Wii U and how many droughts that console went through over its fucking 6 years on the market? Or 4.5, 5 years, whatever the fuck it was? Drought this and drought that and drought this, man. I played and I found shit in between that to make it so I did not have a personal drought. I always had something to play on my Wii U, regardless of that system being shit or not, because I always found something to play. There was never a moment, I've never owned a console that just sat there and lay dormant, because what the fuck would be the point of that? Like, I know everybody hated the Wii. Oh, it was a closet fucking console. It sure the fuck wasn't for me. Because I went out there, before I went digital, right? And you can only get physical anyways for the original Wii. When I used to go down to GameStop, or eBay Games over here in Canada is what they call it, I would sit there, right? Now, mind you, that I had all three systems, the 360, the PS3, and the original Wii. You know what the very first section I fucking looked at? It wasn't the PlayStation wall. It wasn't the Xbox 360 wall. It was Nintendo's wall. Because Nintendo had so much different variety of games, shitty ones, mind you, but a lot of also really, really good gems. You had to take that chance to see those gems. You know what I'm saying? Apuna, right? On the Wii. Most people never fucking heard of that game. Right? You know the reason why I bought it? Because it was fucking published and developed by fucking, or not developed, but it was published by fucking Konami. Not Konami. Koei Tecmo. People that make Dynasty Warriors, right? I bought the game because of that. I brought it home, and that motherfucker to this day is the reason why I don't play a lot of modern RPGs anymore, JRPGs anymore, because Apuna was one of the best JRPG games I ever played in my fucking life, but it made me feel some type of way on looking at that genre from a different perspective. You know what I mean? It's kind of like what it is for me, like going from Twitch shooters to Call of Duty. I love Twitch shooters. I grew up with Twitch shooters, from the Quake Arena days to Unreal Tournament days, that kind of shit, right? That's my competitive edge. Going from that to fucking Cockaduki nowadays? Yeah, is there any wonder why I think fucking first-person shooter games nowadays, competitively wise, are fucking dog shit? You know what I mean? Although, to most people, they're not dog shit, right? Now, the same kind of perspective with Apuna compared to, say, well, Persona 5. Even though Persona 5 is a fucking phenomenal game, and I'll never say anything bad about that game at all, period. But Apuna was that JRPG changed fucking aspect to me that was like, man, I wish more Japanese RPG games were fucking deep like this. But I had yet to play a JRPG game from this day forward after playing Apuna that plays anything like it. Nothing. It was so refreshing. It was so refreshing to see a Japanese RPG that played nothing like your typical JRPG. It was refreshing to play that. But it had everything going for it. It had a great story. It had addictive gameplay. And best of all, the soundtrack was fucking gorgeous in that game. And that was a game that was on the Wii. The fact that Koei won't even re-release that game for a remaster on modern gens to get more people to play it blows my fucking mind. And the last thing that Apuna was in was fucking goddamn fucking that Warriors All-Star shit that came out there a couple years back. Pissed me off, man. Pissed me off. So back to what I was saying. The original Wii would be the very first console I go and I look at. And then I move on to the 360, and then I move on to the PS3. PS3 and 360 had their moment gems. That's how I was able to play Deadly Premonition, Lost Odyssey, Blue Dragon. You know what I mean? Splinter Cell Conviction, which is my personal most beloved fucking Splinter Cell game next to Chaos Theory and the original classic trilogy. But at the same time, PlayStation has some gems hidden in there too as well. Mod Nation Racer, Meg was okay, even though I think that game was actually quite dog shit. You know what I mean? Ratchet and Clank, fucking Sly Cooper fucking 3. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. But it's like I said, during my actual gameplay stream that I did yesterday, or the day before yesterday, no, I think it was yesterday, day before yesterday, where I told Brett Cummings and Beavis where my true standard is for my company of my choice. It's not Sony and it's not Microsoft. It's Nintendo. Nintendo is the brand that I'm the most loyalist to. The only reason why I keep that shit in wraps, even though I literally hint at it every goddamn episode of streaming that I fucking do, and I'll explain to you guys in a minute, but the reason why I'm telling you guys this now is because honestly, the way the gaming industry is going right now, I personally just don't care anymore. Nintendo is the only company that I actually care about the most. If Microsoft and Sony were to exit out of the industry right now, I wouldn't blink a fucking eyelash at. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't give a shit. If Nintendo did, I'm out. I'm gone. I am fucking out of this fucking. I'm done with gaming. Period. Nintendo is the only. Why do you think? Right. This is. I'm going to tell you guys right here how many times I've been hinting at this shit now, forever since fucking my old channel and this channel. How many games do I actually like from Sony? How many games do I actually like from Sony's first-party offerings, man? How many games have you heard me praise fucking this generation or last generation that I've talked about that I absolutely love, right? God of War being one of them, Days Gone being one of them, Horizon Zero Dawn is but I still dug it for what it was. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck about Uncharted. Never have, never fucking will. Oh, and also Last of Us 2 as well, another game. Fucking, I am planning on getting a Switch, man. It's just too fucking goddamn expensive over here in Canada, dude. It's still fucking $450. Then I gotta buy a game on top. That's another goddamn $80. Plus I want to buy the goddamn fucking Pro Controller. That's another $100. Yeah, do the math. But with that said, I'm actually getting the light though. I'm getting the light. That's the version I'm going with. I'm getting the light. But with that said though, man, when it comes to Nintendo, I will never go back and replay Last of Us. I will never go back and replay God of War. Even though those games are amazing in its own right, but I have no desire of ever going back and playing them again. I'm never going to touch Horizon again. I'm never going to play God of War again. Fucking none of that shit. You put any Nintendo IP in front of me, I'll play it again over and over again. I'll play Splatoon. I'll play fucking Zelda. Maybe not so much Breath of the Cocksucker. Fuck that game. But literally any fucking Nintendo game you throw in my fucking face, I'll play it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I do not fucking care. Because their games give me a fucking satisfactory reason. I don't know why. And I'm not saying anything bad about Sony games. It's just they give me a satisfactory of how much I love going back to my childhood. And Nintendo is the only fucking company that can do that for me. Because think about it, right? And this may sound weird from my perspective, but hear me out here. When you go back and you reflect on your child age, man, depending on how badly your childhood maybe could have been, but I'm telling you from my perspective, from my perspective, my childhood was the best time I ever had in my life. Best time I ever had in my life. Gaming back then was better than what it is today, and that's fucking factual. But on top of that too as well, fucking school, fucking playing with my friends, fucking playing fucking street hockey, that kind of shit like that. But at the same time, still putting time into my games, playing everything from PC to Commodore to Atari, everything you got, like I said earlier, right? All that crazy shit. Now, I get fucking ridiculed if I have an Xbox. Or if I buy a Switch. Or if I prefer something over the other thing. Or if I happen to like a game on the Xbox. I don't know when this mentality started, but it's childish. It's fucking childish, man. No one should give a fuck what game I'm playing or what game you like or what game anybody likes. Like what the fuck you want to like. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when it comes to Nintendo itself, they have the most amount of IPs that I would jump on and fucking play indefinitely, dude. Indefinitely. Give me a Punch-Out game. Done and done. There. Gone. Give me Mario, a brand new Mario game. Boom. There. Gone. Give me a proper Zelda game. Not fucking Breath of the Skyrim. Fuck that game. I'm there. Boom. Gone. You know what I mean? Nintendo's the only company that does that. Like I said, why do you guys think so many times when I sit there and I talk so much fucking trash and so much shit towards these companies, but you never hear me talk shit about Nintendo? Why do you always see me get defensive when fucking Spartan Slob, aka Andrew's boyfriend, just kidding with you, Andrew, by the way, is in my chat talking shit about Nintendo? Why do you think I get defensive by that? I've been giving you guys hints for fucking the last couple of years, and nobody has figured it out. But yet I've been called a bot, I've been called a fucking pony, I've been called a PC under fucking cover PC elitist guy. But my heart lies with fucking Nintendo and always fucking will. I keep that under fucking wraps, man, because of how stupid this gaming community reacts to shit. Like I said, I don't care if Sony and Microsoft were to fucking eat goddamn dirt and die. I wouldn't give a fuck. But as soon as Nintendo does, I'm out. Oh, and believe me, Garuda, once I do get my hands on a Switch Lite, man, I want to come knocking at your fucking door and whooping that ass in Smash Brothers, motherfucker. You could be your Bayonetta's fucking slut, and I'll be my Salmon slut, motherfucker. And I'll fucking smoke you in that game. Now you guys know. Now you guys know. But at my core, though, outside from my fucking who I stick with and who I will always support the most, that being Nintendo, I still buy multiple consoles every generation because that's how I was raised. And that's never going to change. I don't care if I do buy next gen fucking Series X or a PS5, whatever, because that will eventually happen. Just like every generation where I own multiple consoles every generation, that's never going to change. Because there's always going to be games that Nintendo doesn't get or that fucking Sony or Microsoft don't get, and I want to be able to play as much shit as I possibly can. I'm a contrarian. I hate that fucking word, dude. And that's another word, too, as well, that magically came out in this fucking generation, too, as well, from idiotic gamers, man. Fucking sad, dude. Oh, you're a contrarian, dude. Oh, my God. Daniel's a contrarian. Fuck off. I'm software fucking first. But if I had to choose a hardware to stick by fucking for the rest of my life, it's not Sony and Microsoft. It's definitely the big N. Even though I still respect fucking Sony and Microsoft at the end of the day, Well, maybe not so much the direction Microsoft is going, but still, they still have fucking games on there that I'm gonna definitely want to play. That Sony won't fucking be getting at all, period. So, what the fuck? I don't care. I don't give a fuck if these games go to PC. You think I give a shit about owning a fucking PC? Fuck out of here, dude. I don't give a rat's ass about that. Got me fucked up, man. Oh, with the play buying an Xbox, you buy a PC. I don't give a fuck about PC. What is so hard to understand from that? But you know what, though? I'm not the only motherfucker out there that doesn't give a fuck about gaming on PC. Fucking, there you go. Look at that fucking factual right there, man. Holy shit. Knock you on your ass, bro. I'm good. And even if I did, even if I fucking gave a shit, the slightest to give a shit about getting myself a rig, I wouldn't be playing the shit that's coming out nowadays. I'll be going back and fucking replaying all the good shit on PC. Jemiah was going ham with Smash Bros. On the Switch. Oh man, Jemiah will be in for a rude awakening, man. The Wii. The Wii last generation was supposed to be my first fucking generation where fucking I always buy Nintendo consoles usually first, right? Because I bought the Wii U before the PS4 and the Xbox One came out. The only reason why I don't have a Switch yet is because I can't afford one right now. It's too fucking expensive. Just like fucking PlayStation VR. Drop the price on that, Sony, goddammit. I want VR so fucking bad, it's pissing me off. But anyways, thing of it is, I always go with Nintendo as my first choice. Every generation. I had the N64 first, then I bought a PlayStation. I bought a GameCube first, then I bought PS2. Then I went to the OG Xbox. Last generation. The Wii was the first console that I wanted to buy last gen. But due to supply and demand, I couldn't find that fucker anywhere. I was saved up money for 2 months to buy that shit. I couldn't find it. So I ultimately went with fucking 360. Then I got the Wii in between that, and then the PS3. So last gen was the first gen where fucking I couldn't get my hands on a Nintendo platform right from the very beginning of the generation. But I did with the Wii U. I played the fuck out of that. Regardless of how shit that console is or not, I played the Marion fuck out of that console. Same with the 3DS, all that crazy shit. Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, name all that shit, man. I'm loyal to Nintendo. I keep that shit on the lowdown, dude, because like I said, of how idiotic and retarded this community can be. Because I learned my lesson from my old channel. And people that know me from my old channel, back when I was actually covering Nintendo shit, you know why I did. You know why I decided to pull myself away from that fucking actual position. Knee checking you? Someone doesn't know how to play as Bayonetta. Proud of it too as well, Raccoon buddy. Proud of it, buddy. And always fucking will be. You know why? Because fuck the United States. No offense. Yo, so when I found out that Donald fucking douchebag got fucking acquitted from his impeachment, I called that shit. I told you, man. I told you that nothing was going to come out of that shit. It was a waste of fucking time. It was a waste of fucking time, dude. Yeah, get the guy in the office. Look what happened. Fuck that motherfucker, dude. And now people are saying that fucking number count was rigged too. God damn, Americans make me laugh. He made you his bitch, Garuda. That's what happened. Yo, is Six still live there, Andrew? I'm assuming that he is, because he, like, right before I started, fucking Sick was live for like 25 minutes or some shit. Or something like that, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Alright, let me do my news roundabout, man, then I'll get the fuck out of here, because I want to watch my episode of Star Trek Picard before I go to bed, so...
Let me see what the fuck's going on up in this bitch for news. Well, it's probably not really a whole lot. I'm not expecting a whole lot from news. But you never know. What did fucking Phil Spencer say today that's going to start a lot of controversy that people don't quite understand? Oh, I don't know. Fucking Jesus Christ, man. All right. Why all the hate for Uncharted 4? I really don't know. Uncharted 4 was okay. Multiplayer was, left a lot to be desired, but I did have some fun with it when I played it, though, but, fuck Uncharted. No, motherfucker! Aww. Shit. Yo, this rumor may not be fucking true, dude. But I can actually see this rumor actually being valid, though. Real, bro. If System Shock 3 gets fucking canceled, I'm gonna be fucking pissed, bro. God damn it. All the good shit gets canceled. All the good shit gets fucking canceled, dude. Man, fuck this goddamn industry, man. I'm sick of this shit. Well, a couple things were, but Fable Legends isn't one of them. I wish Fable Legends would have came out because I would have laughed my ass up to see how fucking fast that game would have fucking died. That game would have died faster than Gears fucking 5 did. Jesus Christ, man. Man, I want Fable Legends, bro. Why do you want a spin-off? I want Fable Legends, bro. Fuck off. I forget what One Stop called. Oh, yeah, he called it Google Earth for some odd reason. That shit was hilarious. I'm not doubting you, Garuda. What the fuck? What the fuck reason would I have to doubt you, sir? Not at all. Ah. Man, it's so nice that now that I have a new battery for my phone. Oh, God, I love it. Oh, excuse me. That was kind of fucking pukey. Oh, man. So, I had this Delicio pizza that I bought yesterday there, Garuda, right? And it was like a cheeseburger flavored. I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. It's actually kind of tasty. It's not bad. Made the fat man nice and full. Yeah. I'm not a fan of fucking. I think it's called DiGiorno in the States, but Delicio over here. I don't know. I don't know how that fuck that works. Nor do I care. But that's the brand that we have over here. And I'm not a fan of the marinara sauce on Delicio's pizzas, man. It's too sweet for me. It's got like a weird aftertaste and shit. I'm not a fan of it, dude. But this cheeseburger fucking kind, though, man, it's got a different sauce on it, and I fucking kind of like it. It's actually not half bad. I was like, okay, I dig it. It's not bad. It ain't bad. It's kind of good. You should doubt Garuda always. Hey, man, fuck you, dude. There's two people in this fucking chat right now who I always will doubt. And I'm not, I'm not gonna take. I'm in a good mood right now. I'm not gonna pop shots at poor old Andrew, man. I'll leave him alone, dude. Now, as far as you go, Raccoon, man, you can eat some fucking deer booty ass cheeks for all I give a fuck. Nah, I'm kidding, Raccoon. You know I love you, buddy. It's always good to have a fucking funny ass troll in my chat. Dude, anybody can make a fucking pizza there, Garuda. You don't have no skill in pizza making. Fuck you. What skill do you have in pizza making there, Garuda? I'm genuinely curious, bro. Because I'd really like to know. I would really like to know. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh. Yeah. No, I just like fucking with Andrew, man.
Man, everything goes over your head, Fatal. If you want to say that, you're by all means, wear ahead, man. I mean, fuck, dude, you do you, bro. Keep going and fucking predicting that shit, bro. You're on a roll, so might as well keep doing it, right? But jokes aside, though, Andrew. Jokes aside, have you ever actually thought about taking that as an actual personal, like, fucking, like, your main thing, becoming an actual psychic? You ever thought about doing that? Like, making that, like, your actual main job? Damn, Raccoon. You're really gonna throw Garuda like that under the bus like that, motherfucker? Damn. That's, come on, dude. You really gonna fucking do that to my homie like that? Yo, what's up, Stardust? How you doing, buddy? What the hell? Apparently AI, the fucking Sumerian files have been reviewed. Oh, I know, I saw that, yeah. Yeah, I was reading an article about that this morning when I woke up, and I was like, I don't know what the game that is, but that sucks. Phil Spencer wants you to become an... Man, fuck Phil Spencer, dude. That motherfucker went and fucking offed himself, dude, man. I wouldn't care. Man, I'm still fucking pissed that Reggie Fils-Aimé fucking stepped down, man, as Nintendo of America's president. That kind of pissed me off a bit. And then we lost fucking Iwata too as well a couple years, like a long time ago, dude. Like, fuck me, dude. Jesus Christ. I've heard of those games. Is that what that is? Or in the similar vein or a similar story to that? That's probably why I've never heard of it then. But I know what games those are because I see them on the PSN store all the fucking time. Well, technically, I am. I tell my close friends things that happen to them before they occur. Fucking friends have called me crying numerous times because they didn't. No, I mean, I'm being serious though. I'm not taking shots at you, Andrew. I mean, I'm not joking with you right now. I'm generally being like honestly serious with you though. I think that'll be an awesome fucking field, man. Like you should definitely go into, bro. I mean that seriously, because that'll be fucking cool as shit, dude. I mean, if you're good at something, why not just stick to it? Right? Make that into your profession, man. You can make a fucking shit ton of bang off that, dude. Doug Bowser. Yo, name shit. I haven't seen you in a while, bro. How you doing, dude? Welcome back, dude. Holy shit. Haven't seen you in a minute, man. I mean, it's cool that fucking like his last name is Bowser and all that shit like that. Even though I think it's kind of a forced name, but the thing of it is, man, he's not gonna have. No offense to him, but he's just not gonna have the same appeal as Reggie, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just not good. He's not the Reginator. He's not fucking whatever. My body is ready, Reggie. Nah. From betting on sports, haven't lost fucking. Oh, really? Huh. I might have to actually fucking take your advice to that, man. Fucking when it comes to betting on pro line, dude. I might have to actually fucking get you to fucking predict some winners for me, Brett. Predict some winners. I might have to do that with $2 ticket, man. Shit. I'll hold you to that. I mean, I don't know what sports fucking you bet on though, but I mean, if you don't bet on hockey, then that's probably out of the question. But when it comes to like maybe baseball or football, when football season starts up again next year, baseball's starting up there, what, April? I know baseball's starting soon. So maybe when baseball starts, if you watch baseball there, Andrew, man, maybe I might actually have to fucking text him like, okay, who would you take for this fucking team and shit like that, dude? And I can start betting on pro line again. All right. Gonna have one more fucking stove, then I'm getting the fuck out of this bitch because I want to go watch my show. Doug Bowser looks like a the police chief. Boxing bets, okay. So next season in NFL, I'll start betting on pro line. I'll start betting on Proline, dude. Because my buddy, my neighbor there, Andrew, is like, he bets on Proline like virtually every day, and he loses more than he wins, like all the time. Like he hasn't won big in a long time. So when football starts next season, I'll hold you to that. I'll message you. I'm like, okay, who would you pick here for this team and this team and this team? I'll split my winnings with you. I don't give a fuck. I mean, after all, fucking, that's what PayPal's there for. I can always fucking, if I win, I can just fucking send money into my PayPal, and there you go, forward it to you. Problem solved. Your mom is a snack in my castle. What the fuck, Gruda? Oh shit. Okay. I guess man, that's probably a possibility there. Bad latency. Yeah, if you ever find out why it did, then like let me know, dude, because that's pretty bullshit, man. Get rid of you, little dude. Looks like human Bowser, which is ironic. Oh god. So doesn't that Sonic movie come out next week? Yeah, comes out next week. That's gonna be an interesting movie, man. Wait, you could predict fucking lotto numbers and shit? Oh god. Well, fuck. Next time the lotto max is at fucking 70 million, I'm messaging you. Oh shit! I think this is the ball that I dropped. Hold on. Nope, never mind. Ah. No, I'm being fucking real, Andrew. For real. Like the next time when the lotto max gets to like 60 or 70 million, fucking, I'm gonna message you on my phone. I'm like, hey, okay, fucking, give me the numbers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, tell me what numbers you would think will be the winning numbers, and I'll go and I'll pay a ticket. It's only $2. Your mom is a size queen. Jesus Christ, Garuda. No, I'm gonna watch it as soon as I'm done with this podcast. After I have this smoke, I'm gone because I'm dying to watch it, dude. Yo, you watched that? Yeah, because I saw you reply back to my shit. I'm still in awe, man. Like, yo, did I just hear the bitch just drop an F bomb? I was like, what the fuck? In a Star Trek fucking series? Yo, this shit's gonna be fire! She is, but she doesn't talk about you. Ouch. Hey, raccoon. I like that. I like that reply. That's actually kind of a nice little carve. I'm gonna have to use that. I'm gonna have to use that next time my neighbor's fucking their son says something about my mom and stuff, man. I'm gonna throw that right back in his face. I'm like, oh yeah, she is, but she doesn't talk about you. That's hilarious. That's genius, raccoon. That's awesome. Fucking props, bro. Word. Like I said, I just like fucking with Andrew, man. I just like popping shots at him every once in a while. I don't mean any harm from it, even though it does lead to some personal shit, but it's fun. I don't hate the dude. Never have. I just like fucking taking shots at him. That's all I do. Just fucking messing with him, man. 'Cause if I didn't like the dude, I wouldn't be talking shit about him.
or I wouldn't talk shit to him when he's in my chat. You have to earn that from me, man. Yeah, I like the show so far. Can't wait to see more. Yo, same here, dude. Same here. Same here, dude. Yo, the fact that they got Whoopi Goldberg to come back and reprise her role in season 2, that put a smile on my face, dude, man. Now even more so after seeing the first 2 episodes. I really like where they're taking this story, dude, as a personal story. But like in episode 2, Ryan, dude, when that doctor pretty much basically like was like telling fucking Picard that he pretty much basically has a, like, he didn't flat out say brain tumor, but I'm assuming that's what he has. I mean, what else can it be? You know what I mean? Like he's either got fucking a brain tumor or something up, like, you know what I mean? That kind of shit like that. And I was just like, what? This motherfucker's dying? I mean, it was bound to happen sooner or later, but like not like that though. Shit. But with that though, motherfuckers, man, I'm out this bitch, man, because that episode is fucking calling my name. All right, guys, I want to thank y'all for coming out here, man. Garuda, again, you're welcome, dude. Hopefully, like I said before, hoping you're satisfied with that. No, hey, no worries, Andrew. No worries at all, dude. I don't really bet that very much. I hardly ever bet on fucking lottery, anyways. But whatever, for a laugh, anyway, just to see what happens, right? So I'll keep in touch with you on that because I've been keeping an eye on the. They always show commercials for Lotto Max on TV. So the next time when it's at 60 million, I'll grab a ticket and I'll message you first. I'm like, okay, what numbers would you pick? You know, like these are how many numbers you got to pick, and then we'll just see how it goes, man. We'll just see how it goes, dude. But yeah, I'm out of here. I want to thank y'all, man. Love y'all with death so much, dude, man. Thank y'all for coming and chilling with your homeboy. And again, Garuda, you're welcome. Sorry for getting those reviews out to you late, but like I said, going forward, if that's how you want me to do reviews, consider it done every time, bro, because that just makes things way more easier for me. And with that, dude, man, I'm out of here. Pieces, guys.